yellow. Give me 1 second. What's up, Corn? What's up, Link? How are we doing today? Hope we're swell. How's it going? It's going good. I wasn't feeling too great earlier. Like I just was a bit unwell, so I slept for a little bit and feel like going live. So we're here. We're Sphere. And we're also getting very close to 10,000 days. It's a bit mad. I haven't played at all today, but this is probably when I start playing for like a few hours, so we're gonna get very close today, I'd imagine. And we're already lagging, that is fantastic. Lit your fireplace. You just have the UK in your house? Wonderful. We have a fireplace too, but I feel like it's fake, like we never use it. You watched 85 streams in a row. Fun fact, there's an easy way to maintain watch streaks on Twitch. You just click the stream once, and it counts as like, oh, you'll watch the stream. So if you're ever worried, but you don't really want to watch the stream of someone, just click it once and then it will count. I'm pretty sure. It's also for like stories and stuff, but I personally don't use stories. Seems like a very useless thing for me personally. What's up, Slime? It's not lagging for you? Yeah, okay, just keep keep telling me, because on my end I am lagging, but anyway, we do have a new structure here. These are the warden and worker barracks. This is where they stay and sleep. Hydrate now. We can do that. Let me get my Coke. The drink, not the drug. But yeah, I wanted to use a different design to the prison and the solitary confinement area, which I still need to do the interior for, but this will probably be how the what's it called, gym and stuff look as well. So what did I do? Okay, so the thing about this is it's not going to have iron bars. We're going to have glass instead. Because again, this isn't really a prison. Like, this part of it isn't the prison. So your plans for the meeting area? Maybe. Perhaps, yeah. Could go here. That might be what the build is here. I've not really thought about it. I did, because last stream when I was melting, I was making tunnels, and we have those now. So I just need to do the light source. What's up, Wither? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Welcome back. Yeah, the prison is going to take a long time to finish. What do you have in them? There's nothing, it's just this. for now, and probably forever, because it's not really meant to be much here. It's the interior of the towers I need to work on. So something else needs to go here. And then... So for this... You've got the bow and stuff, and the armor. And then, yeah. Can you believe it, guys? Minecraft Live is 1 week away? Oh, just a month of time away? I was gonna say. It feels a bit surreal to me. I haven't really fully digested that Minecraft Live is coming, but... Hello, Mr. Offhand. Hello, Smokey Stack. How you doing? Good stream. What was it, yesterday? I enjoyed it. I do hate complimenting you, though. It does sting. You know when, like, in Harry Potter... The good Harry Potter, not the shite one. When you say, like, Voldemort, it, like, hurts. Or, like, when, like, Voldemort touches Harry's sky, it hurts. It's the same thing for me when, like, I mention Smokey Stack in a positive way. Like, it physically hurts. You know? So guys, to see the 6th dimension. The 5th dimension. God damn it, I thought I was optimistic. What's up, Nintendo? How you doing? I'm not sure, Corn, because I might be out when Minecraft Live happens. So there might actually not be a stream because I might be outside. I know it's a scary thought, so I'm kind of scared. But, yeah. We'll see. You have to touch grass? Yeah, I don't really want to. No, I do. Honored to be compared to Voldemort. Good. Good. What would you like to have in Minecraft Live? The ideal drop for me is a autumn biome. Like, think birch forest, but like orange leaves or something. Yes, is Twitter not gonna like that? Yeah, sure. I don't particularly care. But I mean, yeah, we'll see. I've seen that Harry is a bit indecisive on the 4th dimension now, which is quite funny because I don't want to be that guy. But if I did the same thing, I'd get shit on by Twitter. I'm sorry, I just have to bring that up. It kind of was like, I don't know. Wait, where does this... Wait, hang on. I need to place this block down before I drop it out of instinct. It's part of the tower, right? What the fuck? Okay. I love this, the leaves are like pale leaves. Yeah. Have you ever tried playing on SMP? I have Nintendo. I don't really enjoy SMPs though, personally. I mean, more power to you if you do, but I just don't. Okay. I think that staircase is going to be temporary, right? Just to get up and down this floor, because this will be where we kind of plan out the barracks. So what should we do for the walls? Again, this isn't a prison. It's where the warden, not the mob, the, like, head guy, is going to be, like, here-ish, right? On the top floor, right? So I'm not going to worry about that yet. But this is where, like, the workers sleep and stuff. wet grass. Isn't that just mud? Or if you do stripped spruce logs around along the bottom. Let's go into creative. So what do we think about the multiplayer on Java being removed permanently? It's basically what is happening. If you went on Twitter, everyone seems to believe that they're just removing multiplayer. It's quite funny to me. I don't know. I see the frustration with it personally, but I also see the opposite, where it's like it's clearly not ready. And if Mojang added it now, to this drop, I mean, it would be unfinished, and people would hate it. So whilst I get people's frustrations of finally having something and then it being ripped away at the last minute, I also sympathise with Mojang. I know it's crazy. Goodbye Minecraft servers. I know, just after Mineplex announced its return. That's crazy. I mean, a lot of it is entitled, Con. I will agree. A lot of people on Twitter are entitled. I mean, the reason why I have not said what I've said now on Twitter is because I don't really want to get eaten alive by Java players. It's not really my cup of tea right now. Where are cheats? There we go. Can't earn achievements. That's fine. Wait, oh, I backed out. I'm stupid. I'm still getting used to this menu a little bit. It's weird. It's not well. It's better than it was because people wanted it now. Yeah. Is it weird to ask people on Minecraft feedback to vote for a certain feature to come? I mean, I can't say no to that, Nintendo, because I've been doing that for 2 years. So it'd be a bit hypocritical for me to be like, no, it's not okay, when I've been doing it for 2 years. It's pretty cool that Jeb knows basically who I am now. Can I say that? Is that an accurate assessment of what was said on Blue Sky? I don't know. It's very interesting though. Don't want to brag or anything. Java players have found a way to do without it for a long time. Yeah. Well, it's another few months. As long as it doesn't turn into a Vibrant Visuals thing where it's locked in purgatory, basically forever. That is the worry, and that is a valid worry. I completely sympathise with that. 100%. Have you played Tomodachi Life? I've played the demo Nintendo. I will be playing it soon when I get it. But yeah, I have played it. It's a very good game. I want to make political characters and characters from the boys, because I'm in a bit of a boys obsession right now. Yes, the finale was good. Okay. I won't hear anything else. Love when players keep saying Mojang's finally listening. When Mojang actually communicates, no one listens. Yeah. So is this what you were thinking, Corn? Of just a constant wall of terracotta, basically? The finale was okay. Listen, Smokey, I've had this discussion with Alexis. Okay, it made sense to me. I can kind of see. Well, no, I can see. People wanting Homelander to like burn up a city because that's what he said to Starlight. Like a few seasons ago, right? When he was like, first I'll take out the communication systems, then the White House, then I'll just fucking destroy a city for no reason, right? So I get that completely, especially since they advertised it as like their promotion, right? Um, Smokey is here, yeah. Um, but the whole like a lot of people, Smokey. I don't know if you've seen this. Don't understand why people like why Homelander was like pathetic at the very end. And it's like he was always that, right? A Train wasn't lying with what he said in episode 1, you know? So that was always going to be the case, I think. Obviously, Butcher and Huey's scene was also, I don't know if you know this, always going to happen as well. The writers like knew that was going to happen. Which again makes sense. It's similar to the comics, although in the comics there's much more of like a fight, and like both get really injured during it. So it's a bit different. The fight, the Butcher and Homelander fight was perfect, in my opinion. It was absolutely perfect. Well, probably one of the most satisfying moments on TV for me personally. Now, if you disagree, that's fine. You're wrong. No, I'm kidding. Um, but I do sympathise with the whole where's the scorched earth and like shock and awe and stuff. Where's the military at the White House, right? Because in the comic, again, I don't know how much you know about the comics, Smokey. In the comics, the military is basically right outside the White House, and they say to Huey, okay, like it's your call, do what you want. So Huey, by himself, it's not like Kimiko or Ryan or like anyone else goes to the White House and then the conversation happens. Isn't there also, yeah, um, Black Noir is the clone from for Homelander in the comics. He was basically made to keep Homelander in check and to kill him whenever he got out of line, which was when he snapped at the very end, right? Because Homelander thought, I don't remember doing these crimes. I don't remember killing these people or assaulting Becky or whatever. Becca, sorry. And then Black Noir was like, it was me. So then he loses it. Homelander actually in the comics dies off page. Like you don't see him get killed. You see what happens afterwards. Black Noir comes out with half of Homelander's body, but you don't see the actual like. They have like a little bit of like a laser fight, but you don't see him being ripped apart. Black Noir, yeah, Corn. In the show, there's two because Homelander kills the original, and then another one comes, and that's the second version is even worse. Bro can literally fly and then gets like strangled by like a wire. Okay, that pissed me off. I'll give you that. I kind of like this. That was kind of zesty. I kind of like this. Noir means black in French. It does, yeah. Which is quite funny because there is literally a French character who isn't very well liked at the moment. But like compare it to like Game of Thrones, it's like night and day. Compare it to Stranger Things, again, I'd also say night and day. The Walking Dead had too many spin-offs, so it didn't have an ending really because there was still like The main characters still went off and did their own thing. Um, Squid Game had a good ending, I think. They just over relied on the baby too much, in my opinion. And this is coming from literally the biggest Squid Game fan. I didn't like that aspect of it. But that's always going to happen, right? Corn, you might be a genius. I actually really like this design. I don't know if you intended for me to do logs on top, but I'm doing it just to break it up a little bit. I can't wait for there to be Deep Slate 2. So, okay, how do we feel about Fourth Dimension? Is it happening or not? Because I'm not really... Ooh, there's going to be a storm soon. Thank God. Oh my God. But yeah, I'm not... Like, if they don't do a Fourth Dimension, I'm not going to, like, be too upset. I have to be honest with you. And then we'll do... We could do glass here, and then maybe like a flower pot, right? Twitch forgot to assign me ads. This ad just says commercial break in progress. Do you have... Wait, are you not subbed, Slime? What's that? Oh, you got Twitch recap. Oh. Normally for me, Slime, that's because I got ad block. Should I have said that? Fourth Dimension would be perfect time right now. You believe it's happening before an end update? How do you feel about that? With because I know you kind of like the end, right? It's it's a little bit of a passion of yours recently. You can use six-sided logs in the gaps. You mean these? Yeah, that's a good idea. You have to remind me about those, Corn, because I honestly, six-sided logs. For me, and it's not because they're a bad block, is the most forgettable block in the game. And again, that's not because it's a bad block, it's because I'd never use it, right? Dude, this is fire! I like this. Okay, let me do... Is it here as well? It is, right? Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, I really like that. Twitch ads recently, I've hated. One of them is really triggering for me. I don't know if people have seen. There's like a train ad where someone gets hit by a train, and just personally, I'm not going to get into it. Very triggering for me, which is great. Thank you, Twitch. Very like literally an app for kids. I know like they've got the hot tub stuff, but why? Anyway, And then there's some ads I get in a different language. Now I'm not bilingual by any means, so I do struggle. Where does this come to? So you're looking about here? Is that right? Let's just do a line like that, right? This is a really nice wall. You could probably use this for other stuff as well. Just like change the blocks, the block palette. Something needs to go here, obviously, but for now, it's actually really fucking nice. Our government has like 50 ads where people are like, people die to stuff like car crashes and train crashes, and like, that's amazing, Corn. I get it, right? But at the same time, this is an app with a lot of like younger people, the age limit, or the age you're supposed to have Twitch at, is like 13, I think. Now, I think that's too low, personally, because of what else is on Twitch. But yeah, let's just do a ring just to get my bearings, and then we'll carve out the ones at the windows. And get rid of this Elytra, I think. I think in terms of the fourth dimension, what I'm really curious about is there going to be a new material? This is a complete hypothetical, by the way. Like, we are speaking in complete hypotheticals. But, like, what if there's a new material? Or, like, Skulk Trident, Skulk Crossbow, Skulk Clock, you know? Like, that to me is the most exciting part about a fourth dimension. Worry about the balance later, right? But maybe it's too early for another material. There are ways to do another material. I think at this point, personally, there should be nothing stronger than Netherite. I think Netherite should be like the gold standard, but you should have like 5 different sets that are similar to Netherite, but do something else. Like, for example, they have maybe the same strength but no knockback, and like they can float in the void instead of not being able to burn. So, something like that, like gimmicks, right? Which I think is fine. I do like gimmick stuff. Although, the mace is like the worst weapon, but it could be cool. Worst weapon on Bedrock. I don't know how it is on Java. Wait, let me get the log. There we go. But that's what I'd be excited by. But again, we're speaking in complete hypotheticals, and none of us know if there's a 4th dimension coming. You know? Let me just check something. Oh, I had like a Ring doorbell notification, and it's just the wind. I hate that. half the Ring doorbell notifications I get are for like wind and stuff. It's very unnerving. One wind is detected. To be fair, I'd rather that than having someone look directly at the doorbell and I see that. I've seen those videos of like Mr. Nightmare talking about that. It's terrifying. Don't you hate when you have a burning question, then just forget what it was all the time? Maybe one of the worst feelings ever. I have a question for you guys. If you're listening, can you tell me? Because I wasn't sure if I was right with this assessment. If what I'm about to say, like explain to you, is misogynistic. So today I got a haircut, right? First time in 5 years. Big thing for me, right? Massive. Very good. Like she was incredibly good at her job. Very new as well. Like only been there for like a year. And just as she's like finishing up, there was this older guy, I want to say like maybe 50s, 60s. And he was talking to the other guy who was also relatively new. So they were both trainees, right? And he was talking to the guy, like just generic talk. I wasn't really paying attention. And then he like talked to my barber, who's a girl. She's like 20-ish, right? I think, relatively young. And she was like, "Is this guy good at it? Is this guy good?" And she turned around and was like, "Yeah, he's really good. Good so far, right?" The problem is the older guy responds with, "I was talking about the haircut." So let me reiterate. He asks, "Is he good?" She goes, "Yeah, he's really good." And then he replies, "I was talking about the haircut." Is that misogynistic? Because I came from that experience. First of all, pretty uncomfortable. Second of all, thinking that he was like making a joke about them, you know, engaging in adult activities. Like them fucking. And it just came a bit weird because she was relatively young. The guy was relatively, like, the guy was like a twink. So it just felt like a bit weird sitting there. And he was like, I don't know. Like, the implication was that they were, like, together and, like, doing what adults do. Which I don't know what they do, but you know what I mean, right? I'm trying to, like, explain it without going to NSFW. But, I mean, she laughed it off, but I could tell, like, she was a bit like, what the fuck? I didn't want to say anything, though, because, I mean, who am I to, like, assume she was relatively uncomfortable? She may have not been, right? But I think personally, we do like six-sided oak, or sorry, logs around the area. So instead of it being like that, right? I think that makes more sense. I'm not sure though. Let me test that out with this. Is that better or worse? Also, let's do the door there. Yeah, that's better. There you go. Nice. You prefer it on the bottom? So on the top it's standing up, but on the bottom it's like that? Hmm. Now, can we... I might actually have to change this again. Can we add another thingamabob? So let's say, hypothetically, the girl's nice hanging out. Thank you for hanging out, Smokey. I do appreciate it. As hopefully you appreciated me coming to your stream. I really enjoyed your stream yesterday. It was quite funny. Although more dying is necessary. But no, I appreciate you coming out. I know you're a busy lad trying to not die. For totem. Must be very difficult for you. I'm sorry. What is 4? This is 4 wide, right? The stream yesterday was a scam. Not my problem, unfortunately. I know a lot of people may have lost their earnings and pensions, but it's a gamble, bro. Okay. So it's 4, so it would be... Well, I was hoping, like, if we all collectively joined and then watched and then, like, manifested his death, it would happen. It did not happen. So I think we all learned a valuable lesson. Okay. Let's work out if we did do this extra thing, because we're not too convinced just yet, but if we did, where would the door be? There? Because that still works. So that was originally where it was. So if anything, we haven't done much. Okay, I've seen enough. Let me get the supplies. And then we'll stream afterwards. If that's okay with the Jarl? You should make sure no door is, like, right against the corner. What do you mean by one of them is? Swap back into it. What do you mean by... What do you mean by that? You didn't build one of the walls? I see. Okay. We'll figure it out. Actually, where is... I see what you mean. That's a good point. I mean, in terms of, like, the UK temperature, apparently we are getting a storm. Allegedly. So I'm really manifesting that. How's that? Honestly, like, if it... You are right, Corn. Sometimes, like, because this always happens in the UK where it gets really hot and then we have a storm. Sometimes the storm isn't good enough and it makes things worse. So there's a real potential for us to get destroyed, even more so. But I'm willing to take that risk. Rollieg, hello. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Hope you're swell. Let me do the door here. So we've got a... So you're looking at this. as a staircase, 4 wide. So you're the offhand guy for now. Yes, I guess I am. Um, is that a good thing or bad thing? I'm not actually sure. Still dying to UK heat. I am melting, Rolly. Dude, like anyone else that's not in the UK doesn't get it. Like they have no idea, bro. I am physically melting inside. In fact, we do have an emote for that now. I just, God, I hate it, bro. You can't convince me, like, after the heat wave we've had, you can't convince me that summer is better than winter. Like, there's just no argument there. Where's my bed? Oh, it's right there. Okay. It's most jarring when people don't get it. Yeah, dude. All over Twitter is just like Americans being like, I don't understand. That's easy. Like, that's not hard at all. Bro, I will do something that I can't say on stream. Twat. They just don't get it, and that's fine, right? I like Americans don't get a lot of stuff, right? But but don't speak on our weather. It's just different. I don't know what to tell you. Like, we're not kidding. Apparently, Rolly, I don't know how true this is. Today, it was hot, like I saw this on Twitter, so take this with a grain of salt. It was hotter today in the UK than it is on Venus. Now, again, I don't know how true that is, but if it is true, I might curl into a ball forever. And I personally believe everything I see on Twitter, so I'm choosing to believe that it's true. But then you've also got people that are like, why don't you just get AC? And it's like, oh yes, let me just install a 300 quid brick into my house. Like, it's just not realistic. Every American lives in the middle of the hottest desert, in the most tropical of coasts, and in the coldest of mountains all at once. Exactly. Dry Australian heat waves are apparently survivable according to Americans. It's just hubris. Large amounts of hubris. By the way, I obviously do have a big amount of spruce as storage, right? In storage, should I say? But I am slowly destroying this part of the forest as well. So, might as well, right? I hate these tall trees. Can they announce, like, a tree chopping mod for Vanilla and Minecraft Live on Saturday? That'd be very appreciated. How much do you get from... Oh yeah, that's right, you have to... what's it called? Strip it. I was like, why does it look different? It's like, you have to strip the wood. There's 45 degrees outside. That's like... In the UK, that's literally gonna kill you. Like, I'm not kidding, that would literally kill you. 35 is pushing it. Why am I so bored? I really hate the feeling of being bored. Drives me insane, personally. Oh yeah, we don't want to turn all of it into 6x6 logs. I've got to keep that in mind. In my local area, there's a Facebook group called Spotted in and then the location, right, on Facebook. Now, I very rarely go on Facebook, but I did this time, right? And someone made a post about like, why are you walking your dogs in this heat? Like, are you fucking dumb, right? And then there was a comment that was like, I think personal responsibility is good. And it's like, I think you should punch yourself in the face, personally. Like, I don't understand the audacity to be like, no, I actually want my animals to burn. Like, we couldn't take Blossom out for a walk today because it was just too hot, like, and she really wanted to go on a walk, but it's just like, no, we can't do it. We're not risking her getting a heat stroke. I love your tool puns. Yeah, we have Bladeborn. Lightborn is the name of the village I made. So it's Blade and then town name. Neverite Ultima. Used to be Silky Smooth, but I really like this name. Ultima is a part of Hermitcraft. I think Grian has a tool that's like Neverite something. Ace of Spades. Unbelievable was recommended by the chat. And I haven't actually named all my armor pieces. You want to go for a walk after like 9 a.m. is crazy, yeah. Yeah, and then my pickaxe, my other pickaxe, like the fortune one, is Forever Fortunate, which I quite like. I came up with that one myself. I'm pretty intelligent. But yeah, I don't know. Green has it's like Neverite something. I can't remember what it was. I watched the episode. This was like months ago. I was like, I don't want to use the exact same thing, but I do want to yoink the idea because I really like that aspect. And I was like, Ultima, because Ultimate sounds like kind of too edgy. I guess you could say you're a piney guy. I am. Do try to be. But yeah, Korn named our sword basically. What was our sword, Korn? It was we had a smite sword called Allsmighty, like Almighty, Allsmighty. Allsmighty and Silky Smooth are actually like very common names for people, tools. And then I was like, I want to use a sharpness sword, but I don't know what to name it. And then Bladeborn was kind of thought up. Yeah, we're gonna turn two of these stacks actually into the other logs, and then we'll just mine some more. Doesn't really hurt, right? I'm trying to think of if I have anything else. I don't think I've got like my crossbow named or something, or my trident. So I'm not sure, but the next stream might be the 10,000 day stream. It might be. Like, we might hit it on stream. I'm not sure. I will document it, like, regardless, right? If it's not on stream, I'll, like, record a video of it hitting 10,000 days. And then we do have a stream planned where I do a complete world tour. We'll still tour the prison area, although it's not finished yet. But I think that's worth doing. I was thinking about this yesterday. I want to know your guys' thoughts. I think the prison island is a mega build. If you get a stick, I guess you could say to us, stick around for 10k days. Yes. Do I have sticks? I do, I'm free. Okay, now I want to see my terracotta supply. Because I know we mined a lot of it originally, but I've used a lot of it as well for the flooring. You thought of a name for the island yet? I have not, Corn. No. But it will get a name. It is a part of Lightborn, but it still needs a name, I think. Part of the infrastructure project I've got planned, by the way, is that I'm going to have street names. So, there's going to be like a sign somewhere here, sign there, sign somewhere here when there's more builds. And obviously, the island has its name. Got to go now. Nice to finally meet you after seeing countless of your tweets. For better or for worse, Roddy. But no, I appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by. It means a lot to me. Okay, here's the ultimate question. I mined like a shulker box of it, of the terracotta, but it's very, like, yeah, it's dwindling. I'm gonna need to get more. But we're gonna turn all of this into cyan, I think. We're actually gonna put these saplings away, because we used a lot for the island. What was I here for? Cyan. Do I have any cyan dye? I don't think I have any in the other, in the like wool chest. Okay, that's not ideal, but whatever. Okay, do I have any cactus green dye? Vulpin Isle. I think I like the Isle part of it. Ooh. Wait. Where do I keep my dyes? Do I keep it randomly? Like, are there some dyes here? There are. Okay, so it's basically wherever. Ooh. Never mind. We're actually pretty golden. Oh, that's really good. Okay, never mind. The cactus and cactus flower design. Yeah, I mean, I might like yoink it, Corn. It's not that big of a thing because we do have a lot of cactus saved up. Let me see where my cactus is. I'm still actually getting used to this extended part of the chest room. Yeah, we're fine on cactus. What kind of name do you want the prison island to have? I don't know, but at least I want it to be like menacing. Does that make sense? Like, you know, like like Skull Island. You know, like no, nothing like that. Does that make sense? By the way, I thought about doing this. Let me get the name up because I did forget what it was called. Give me a second. I don't think I can find it. Yeah, so in Toronto, in Canada, there's a tower called the CN Tower. I want to make that in Minecraft. I think so, Corn, yeah. And the tower, I think, will be called LB, which means Lightborn. So, if I did make the tower, that's getting renamed. Because obviously that's Lightborn Tower right now, right? But I don't know, I was watching a stream yesterday of someone going to the tower, and it's so cool. So I was thinking about making it in Minecraft. I don't know where. Ladybug Tower. Look at this place, man. There's so much. This is exactly what I wanted out of this island. Okay, let's get the framing at least, right? It was 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. You're probably not going to see this log, but... Okay, and then we'll do... Oh, I forgot I did this. This side. I thought my phone was charging. Wait, what? Phone's about to die, oh no. Give me a second, lads. I have so many, like, wires and shite. Definitely not a health and safety risk. Dreadwood Isle? Okay. We're good. We're good to go. We're ready, Shreddy. Just try to strip a log with a shovel. How did I thought I went on the other log. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4. Shite. There we go. So what, the doors are there? Is that right? And the wall was there? That does make sense. Parallel to Lightborn, Moonlight, a Moonlight Isle. Oh, let me write that down. What's up, Grape Juice? Came to say hi. Hello. Hope you're well. Let me write that name down. I actually have... fun fact, when I first thought about Lightborn as the village name, I had to write it down for me to constantly remember, and I said it so much eventually that I didn't need to look at it anymore. Moonlight Isle. I think that's a fire name. Lightborn is where light enters. Moonlight Isle is where light doesn't enter. Time to do a really annoying boss fight. It's really long, but not hard. Ah, so you're doing the Bedrock Wither fight. That's interesting. Was that a cow? I love that cow sound. That's so nice. Staircase here, maybe? Okay. I'm gonna get more wood, because we're gonna do the outline of the top area as well. And then we'll end stream. But yeah, look at the trees though. I mean, this is the ravine we use for lush cave stuff, like glow squids. And there's like no more trees. The gel's looking good. Thank you, Grape Juice. I was just saying, I consider it now to be a mega build. Just because of how much is going on and the detail I've done. I'm very proud of it, personally. Has a song ever inspired something in Lightborn? Off the top of my head, no. But there probably has, yeah. I think it counts. Yeah, like, mega builds are like there's like a loose definition, I think, for that. But yeah, I agree, Corn. It is. I have to say, it is pretty peak. It is in my top 5 builds. I think the aquarium is still, I think, number 1. Also, a bit of cyan terracotta. So if that doesn't tell you that cyan terracotta is an amazing block, I don't know what will. The animal sanctuary, also still classic. I like the mining area a lot, honestly. I like how I basically changed its look from terrible to a lot of stuff going on. And that's the area that's going to have the sulfur cube stuff as well, so it's going to be even more builds at that area. I think it's important for prisons in particular, right, in Minecraft to have a lot of detail. Because again, and I've said this before, this was one of my biggest concerns of having just a stone brick block, right? I want gradients, I want the mossy variants, I want the cracked variants, I want cobblestone, I want tough, I want glass, and if I'm adding glass, I want to have more types of glass. So it's not just original glass, there's grey glass there as well. Who's going inside the jail? Firstly, all the offhand deniers. I did originally, I'm not going to do this now. There's a creeper there. I did originally want to have mobs in the jail, but I don't think I will anymore. Look at the bridge as well. The bridge is also something that I'm warming up to. I really like it. Vibrant Visuals sells it a lot as well, to be fair. But oh yeah, cool. There was definitely going to be never any villagers. But you see what I mean, right? The biggest thing. Now, could you say that this is still a stone brick block, basically? It depends. I personally would say no. But if you just look at everything, right, there's so much going on. A lot of cracked and moss. Dude, the lighthouse is. I forget about the lighthouse. I literally just went ham one night and just built it just off a whim. And it came out very nicely. And if you're wondering, it should still. There you go. But then as you build more and more to the prison, you gotta be like, well, I don't want just this copied and pasted, right? So that was the issue I ran into recently, where I was like, okay, I've made the solitary confinement area, which again is very similar to the prison. Hasn't got an interior yet, right? But you can tell it looks just like the prison. So after that, I was like, well, I can't build the area there and there in the same way. So I came up with this window design. Again, isn't gonna have iron bars either. No cobwebs because it's different to the prison. It's the barracks and stuff, right? We've done a lot with the island. The island originally had a lot of trees. These are all planted trees. Every single one. Because originally, we destroyed all of them. And it was only, recently, 2 weeks ago, where I was like, plant them all back. But not the entire island. So, just adds depth, right? I was thinking about adding, craters. So, let's say a prisoner escapes. Oh, broken foot. But I don't know. I scrapped it. Last minute. But no mobs. I mean, there are a few dark places. But no mobs should spawn on this island. As well, which is a blessing. And of course you've got these little goobers. I love this so much, man. This could be the best build. In time, when it's finished, it could overtake the aquarium. This could be the best build I've ever made. There could be some skulls in the cells. I think I might add some skulls in the solitary confinement grape. Let me show you the solitary confinement area. Again, I've not done the interior at all, but this is basically what it looks like. These are multiple buildings, yeah. I don't think I... What did I plan for? Originally, I knew I was always going to make the prison. I was going to have a lighthouse. That's it. That's honestly it. I don't think I did want to make another Happy Ghast hanger, but I didn't. I was not sold on the idea straight away. Even the library is really good. Would the prison island have its own cemetery? It does already, Corn. You're looking at it. They just dumped the bodies in the ocean. Especially solitary confinement people. The solitary confinement people, unless they're like mentally insane, which you could argue people in solitary confinement might be, have no respect. There's no. Because again, these people are like the worst of the worst. There is no. You have no rights. Now, I know that might be like a bit dodgy to some people, but you're here for a reason. But I'd say the bodies of these prisoners, they're taken on the Happy Ghasts to the graveyard at Lightbourne, which isn't made yet. But I will probably make a reference when I make the graveyard to the like prison and the graveyard to show that the bodies here go to that graveyard, right? But for solitary confinement, hell no. No respect. So does that mean the water around it will be probably a little bit toxic to swim in? I thought about um, adding the sulfur things to this side of it. I don't know if I'm. Again, I may scrap the idea of the law of them dumping bodies in the ocean, so I'm not too sold on it just yet. But that's definitely an idea to validate that, I think. Anyway, let me get back to building because I'm stalling, so my bad. Now let me fly up because there's no staircase just yet. We're looking at this floor. What if drowns can be formed not via drowning exclusively, but also swimming in water with bodies in it? Hmm. There could be a lot of like um urban legends about like a moonlight disease, yeah. Okay, fun fact, right? I think Stream might know this. I used to not like the sound of stripping logs. Used to being a key word because I think I like it. Like it's growing on me. It always sounded a bit weird to me, but I think I'm like it's growing on me. Did Mr. Nightmare's videos Corn? I think Mr. Nightmare is probably my favourite YouTuber. I don't know what that says about me as a person, but I don't know, man. I just love his videos. I feel like the old sound was a lot deeper, but I could be misremembering. Like, it's a lot less, like, squelchy. That makes sense. It's like squishy, yeah. Okay, and then it's 4 blocks, so that was fine. Okay. I don't think, like, I don't. I'm not sure if I ever thought it was a bad sound. It just made me a bit uncomfortable. Right? Nice. Look at that. Open it up a little bit. Boom. Just a section these off, just so future Michael can know the individual rooms. Now I know to like how many rooms do you have, right? You've got 2, 4. Wait, hang on. I haven't got that many, right? I think I'm gonna have like bunk beds, so there might be 2 people living here. Not living. I don't want to say they're living here. It's kind of like where they stay and refresh, right? Because the workers in prisons don't like live at a prison, right? Or do they? I don't actually know. But the ones in Lightborn or Moonlight don't. So. Okay, that's really good. Yeah, some pretty good lore, Corn. There's a lot to write about this prison. There's a lot. Maybe one day I'll have it all written down, like in a Word doc or like Google Doc. I don't think the workers live inside a prison. No. So this is probably like where they'll have like a break and stuff. I will probably have beds here still for like a nap. But obviously because there's like there's a prison and there's solitary confinement, it's just a place for them to just de-stress, I think. Which is also what I want to have for the police station. I want to have like a quiet zone for the police station as well. Does that make sense? But yeah, obviously we've got to add the cyan walls and then we've got to get more wood. But I'm going to do that off stream. I think I've done pretty well this stream. We have a plan. I don't know if I want to do like a different flooring for the bottom floor. But yeah, with 29 days to go till 10,000 days, we are very close. I'd imagine tomorrow I'd be at like 9999 or like 999 and something. So dark grey wool floors. I still do need to think of what do I have this down here as well? What do you guys think? Should I have it the same? Or should this be something different? Let me get rid of these. These were always temporary, so... What, a smooth stone? Yeah. Because it's a smooth stone ring, right? It would also save me on the terracotta. Andesite as a ceiling. We could do another like andesite layer. We could do an andesite layer here and then smooth. Yeah, I like that idea. But what I'm saying is, what is this for? Right? Are we going to carbon copy those designs down here, or is this something else? Right? I'll use both, Grape. I like having both. Both sounds good. Like we'll do smooth stone flooring and then andesite roof. We could even split it off, right? So we can have like grey wool patches. Maybe. Maybe the ground floor could have like couches and a small kitchen. Let me write that down. Little office archives. Yep, that's good. Yep. With like details on all the prisoners. I like that a lot. We could do the warden's area as well down here. I can't spell archives. There we go. Like the warden's area could go here, like in the corner or something. Little corner? No, just a little corner. Hello. Why are you guys here? Oh, you guys are a new spawn, right? I was gonna say, there's no way you... Yeah. Yeah, I forgot to mention that, Grape. So, as part of the law, foxes, fun fact, are the royal animal of Lightborn. In the UK, swans are the royal animal, right? Which means they're protected and basically considered all owned by the monarchy. Because there is a monarchy in Lightborn. The monarchy does do stuff, by the way. I'm just not going to mention that now. But the monarchy in Lightborn does do stuff. So, you'll see, if you walk through here, eventually, there are foxes. And they're tamed, quote unquote, as well. So if someone kills a fox, they get a maximum of, or minimum, of 20 years. Because there's a lot of value on foxes. See? See how he's not running away? If you ever want to suffer with a map art, yeah, we could do that eventually. World has so much lore, it has a lot. I've put a lot of thought into this world. You know, there's a lot that goes into it. You know, there's a lot that goes into making stuff. Like I respect like Toycat's world and like Stampy's world and stuff, but I want to have a structure to my world. I want to have meaning behind my builds, like lore meaning. I mean, because obviously their builds do have meaning. I'm not saying that, but I'm not saying they don't, but. But there is a courthouse coming. Courthouse and graveyard are up next after this, I think. But anyway, I think I've yapped for too long. I've already taken up enough of your time, methinks. Next stream, this build should be done, right? I think also next stream we want to work on the interior for this. Because if we can get this, like, pinned down, that'd be awesome. But the prison Moonlight Isle is coming along, can't talk, very nicely. We saw some pretty old buildings in Melbourne. Send in my Wycorn, because if I'm gonna yoink the let me get this right. The CN Tower in Canada, I might start taking, because I've got the Big Ben from London, so send it my way and we'll try and adapt it into Minecraft. Look how menacing the bridge looks from here. But yeah, anyway. Thank you guys for watching, I do genuinely appreciate it. I feel like this stream went a lot better than the previous stream. Hopefully you guys recognise that as well. I don't know, last stream I just didn't feel great. But yeah. I don't know when the next stream will be, but I'd expect to see the 10k day tour. Honestly, what day are we on today? Tuesday? If I'm not live Saturday, probably Friday. We'll see though. Grape Juice, that is a phenomenal name by the way. Thank you for the follow, I do greatly appreciate it. But yeah, have a good rest of your day, morning, afternoon or evening. Take care of yourselves, drink some water, especially if you're in the UK right now with the heat and stuff. And yeah, we'll talk to you guys later. Goodbye.